Today's session, as usual, being a Sunday, we are gathered here and we are talking about matters health, how we can live a longer, healthier life. And today we are discussing a very, very important topic. And this is how to prevent and manage diabetes, and also to reverse the symptoms if you already have it. And my name is Fred Gichuki. Fred is an entrepreneur in the wellness space. I've been in this industry for more than 20 years, and I've seen a lot. I've been able to experience a lot from this industry, and I've been able to make a positive difference in so many people's lives in terms of health and wellness. And today we are going to look at one area of wellness, and that is the issue of diabetes. These are disease that has affected so many people in Kenya, and it continues to do so, and especially in Africa. And we want to demystify it. We want to learn more about it. We want to see how can we prevent ourselves from getting it, how can we manage it, and how can we reverse the symptoms if you already have diabetes. And without much ado, I just want to get into it so that we can be able to move together and learn together. And first off, let's look at what diabetes is. Now, diabetes is a chronic disease that occurs either when the pancreas does not produce enough insulin or when the body cannot effectively use the insulin that it produces. Now, insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar. Hyperglycemia or raised blood sugar is a common effect of uncontrolled diabetes, and over time leads to serious damage to many parts of the body and body systems, especially the nerves and the blood vessels. Now, if you look at the screen there, it explains to you what happens. You eat food which has carbohydrates. The carbohydrates change to sugar, glucose, which enters when they enter the digestive system. Now, glucose enters the bloodstream, and it goes to all parts of the body for energy. Your pancreas senses the rise in blood sugar, so it makes insulin, and the insulin helps the sugar to get into the cells, into your body, and they actually use the sugar to produce energy. That is how it is supposed to be. Now, we want to see now what happens when there's a malfunction in this. And first off, let's look at what are the types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes. Now, this one is known as insulin-dependent or juvenile or childhood onset diabetes. And it's characterized by deficient insulin production and requires daily administration of insulin. Now, the cause of type 1 diabetes are not exactly known. Some people say it could be genetics. There are various schools of thought on this. Some of the symptoms include excessive excretion of urine, thirst, constant hunger, weight loss, vision changes, fatigue, and these symptoms may occur suddenly. Now, this type of diabetes might also occur because of the diet that the mom or the parent takes during pregnancy. Now, type 2 diabetes, this one is called non-insulin dependent or adult onset, and it results in the body's ineffective use of insulin. Majority of people with diabetes, with this type of diabetes, get it when they are adults or when they have already left the teenage years, and it actually occurs because of excess body weight and physical inactivity. So these are type of diabetes whereby it's like we look for it ourselves based on our lifestyle, based on our diet, and its onset is actually can be blamed on poor decisions as far as diet and lifestyle. Now, as a result, the disease may be diagnosed several years after onset and after complications have arisen. Most people get type 2 diabetes, don't get to know it immediately. They get to know it much, much later when other complications start arising. Now, until recently, this type of diabetes was only seen in adults, but it is now occurring increasingly in children, and that is very, very scary. And that diagram basically shows you what happens. The stomach turns food into glucose. Glucose enters the bloodstream. The pancreas creates insulin, which enters the bloodstream. And the cells of the body cannot take the glucose in, thus causing a buildup of glucose in the bloodstream. And that's what we call type 2 diabetes. Now, the next type of diabetes is what we call gestational diabetes. Now, this occurs mostly during pregnancy. Women with gestational diabetes are at an increased risk of complications during pregnancy and delivery. These women and possibly their children are also at an increased risk of type 2 diabetes in the future. Gestational diabetes is diagnosed through prenatal screening rather than through reported symptoms. And again, the diagram explains it very well, what happens there. When a pregnant woman has gestational diabetes, her pancreas produces more insulin to cope with the high levels of blood sugar or glucose. The insulin does not cross the placenta, but the glucose does, giving the baby high blood glucose levels. As a result, the extra energy from the glucose becomes fat sometimes, resulting in a big baby. This can cause cases where people give birth to very huge babies, and in some cases, a CS might have to be performed to remove the baby. The baby's pancreas will produce insulin to counter this. Excess insulin raises the baby's risk of being obese or diabetic in the future. So that's gestational diabetes. So those are the key forms of diabetes that are there. Those are the main ones. But there's a new one that came up during the COVID-19 period, the pandemic. And this diabetes actually caused quite a number of fatalities during COVID-19 period. Now, some patients who did not have diabetes prior to the infection of COVID-19 developed diabetes. Now, the COVID-19 virus is best known for wreaking havoc in the lungs and causing acute respiratory distress. I know most of us are familiar, if not all of us are familiar with COVID-19 and how it affected many people. Now, during COVID-19, one of the key things that happened is that we realized that if you had a pre-existing condition like diabetes or high blood pressure, then you are more susceptible to the disease. And many people to whom the disease became fatal had underlying conditions. Or if you had a situation whereby you had high blood sugars, but you're not aware about it, and you got COVID-19, then the disease really went rampant and became fatal for some people. Yeah. Now, many people who got COVID-19, of course, got only minor symptoms, especially where they didn't have an underlying condition and where they actually took the correct interventions in terms of nutritional interventions. You remember there was a very big issue about taking high levels of zinc, vitamin C, boosting your body immunity, taking a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables to basically fight the pandemic. Now, however, it was found that the beta cells of the pancreas were highly permissive to the COVID-19 infection. Now, the pancreas, which lies behind the stomach, is a complex organ composed of numerous types of cells, and it actually assists in the process of digestion. And one of the key things is that it helps in the production of insulin. Now, it also contains beta cells that make insulin, the hormone that escorts sugar molecules from the blood into the body cells. where it is used for energy. Now, when the COVID-19 virus attacks the pancreas, beta cells, insulin production decreases. And this is what actually was causing diabetes for most of the people who got COVID-19, who didn't have diabetes before getting COVID-19, but after getting COVID-19, they actually developed diabetes. Let's look at some of the statistics about diabetes. 422 million adults have diabetes. That's 1 person in 11. That's a very high statistic. And the main types of diabetes have been listed there: type 1 diabetes, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Now, 1.5 million deaths caused by diabetes all over the world. These are WHO statistics. And there we can also see the consequences of diabetes in the body. How does diabetes affect you? Number one, it can lead to a stroke. It can cause blindness. It can cause heart attack, kidney problems. It can lead to amputations. And we are going to see that a little bit more. Glaucoma, retinopathy, and cataracts can be as a result of diabetes, and those are diseases of the eye. You can have renal failure, where you are forced to go into dialysis. Diabetic foot can result, whereby you start getting nerves dying off on your feet, and this can develop and lead to an amputation. Stroke, we talked about that. Heart disease or heart damage. In fact, they say that diabetes and hypertension are two sisters, because when you get diabetes, then chances are high you'll get hypertension or high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, chances are high you'll also get diabetes if you don't take the correct interventions. Sorry, Kathy Masharia, you are unmuted, unless you want to tell me something, Kathy. Okay, so nerve disease can also result. And then we talk about insulin resistance. These are situations whereby you have a challenge with your body and the issue of insulin balance in the body. And that's an issue that can also be sorted out, as we are going to look at it just now. Now, how can we manage this disease, and how can we prevent ourselves from getting diabetes? And here we are going to talk about your health and what it means to be healthy and to live a healthy life. And there are 3 things that actually ensure that you're healthy. Number one is that you must exercise every day, 30 minutes every day. Do something that will cause you to have your heart to palpitate. When your heart palpitates, then it actually fixes issues and problems that you may have around the body. Then you need to rest at least 6 to 8 hours in a day. Very, very important. And last but not least, you need to eat a good diet. Now, what is a good diet? You're going to talk about that just now. What is a good diet? And there you have it, three times a week or more. You can exercise 15 minutes, 20 minutes in a day. Sleep at least 8 hours every day. Enables your body to rest and unwind. Food can make or break you. Make the right choices. If you make the wrong choices, then you can actually mess up your body. Then you need to be aware about your BMI, body mass index. Very, very important. And if your body mass index is 18.5 and below, then you're underweight. How do you calculate it? Your weight in kilos divided by your height in meters squared. If your BMI is between 18.5 to 24.9, then you have a normal weight. If your BMI is 25 to 29.9, you are overweight. If your BMI is 30 to 39.9, then you have what we call obesity. If your BMI is over 40, then you have what we call morbid obesity. So you need to be aware and you need to calculate your BMI. Now, in town here in Nairobi, I don't know about other towns, there's a guy who normally walks around with a machine that can actually measure your BMI. That's the easiest way to do it. It measures your height and your weight and calculates and gives you a receipt, and you're able to know your BMI. If you can't do that, then when you go to a medical practitioner, make sure you get yourself any hospital that you go to. Take time to measure your BMI. It is extremely important so that you know how you're doing as far as your body weight versus your height is concerned. Now, let's look at the diet and what we should be eating vis-a-vis what we eat. Now, the pyramid on the right shows you what you should be eating. You should be eating a lot of whole grains. And that we are talking about grains which are not being processed, that where the germ is intact. You should be eating 9 different types of fruits and vegetables every day. And the way you know they are different is when they have different colors. Then you should minimize on the amount of red meat that you're taking. Take meat 2 to 3 times a week, and you take small amounts. In fact, Dr. Fatma was telling us that a quarter kilo of meat should be eaten by 12 men. Then fats and sugars, you should take a teaspoon of fat and a teaspoon of sugar per day. That's the requirement. That's what your body needs. But is that the way we eat? The answer is no. We have effectively turned the pyramid upside down. We eat more sugary and more fatty foods. We take a lot of proteins. Red meat, we eat it on a daily basis, unless the pocket does not allow. But we tend to eat red meat quite a lot. Fruits and vegetables, when we can't avoid, rarely do you find that people in their diet, when they're having a meal in the house, you'll rarely find people having, unless the odd avocado, just a slice, people don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. But yet, we give our babies a lot of fruits and vegetables because we know the importance of fruits and vegetables. But somehow we think that since we are adults, we don't need a lot of fruits and vegetables. Whole grains, again, grains, we eat them when we can't avoid. And we eat them in the form of githeri and stuff like that, mozokoi and the like. And these are foods which have been cooked for very long periods of time. And what we know about excessive cooking is that anything that you cook for long periods of time, you denature it and you lose the nutrients that you are supposed to get yourself. And by eating, by overturning our pyramid, what has happened is that we end up getting a lot of lifestyle diseases, and diabetes is just one of them. And here comes a gentleman called Jerry Brasfield. And Jerry Brasfield is a visionary guy. This is a gentleman who had serious asthma a long time ago when he was 19 years of age. He used the Neolife products. They worked for him. He was able to deal with his asthma problem. And he turned his attention and he said, why can't I make some money from this business? Because he realized that there are so many people out there who are suffering from lifestyle diseases and couldn't get the right kind of products that can help them to deal with those conditions. He became a distributor, ended up owning Neolife International. And Jerry Brasfield partnered with Dr. Arthur Fast. Arthur Fast was the #1 toxicologist in the world. He's late now. And he's a Nobel Prize winner. And Arthur Fast put together a board of scientists that actually ensure that the products of Neolife are safe and that they do what they promise to do. And all our products have what called an SAB label on them, which is a mark of quality. And this is a guarantee that the product works, that if it doesn't work for you, you either get a refund or you get a replacement from the company. And they developed products that cater for several challenges that we go through. And when you look at the Neolife difference, what is different from between our supplements and what is out there? Number one, it is a SAB guarantee. You get an SAB guarantee. We are the only company that has a board of scientists who put their reputation on the line and say that these products work and we can vouch for them. Many companies will not do that because they are not too sure about the effectiveness of their products. But for us, we are 100% sure that the products work. And then the principle of our company, based in nature, backed by science, based in nature, backed by science. All our products from the natural food that you eat today, the natural food chain. So they are utilized, they are absorbed by the body. And that is why you find that you'll buy a product, a calcium from Neolife, and you get 80% of that calcium. When you buy the competitor's calcium, you find that you get very little absorbed in the body. And you can tell because the results, upon taking it, you find that I've met people who've been taking products, supplements from other companies of over-the-counter in the chemist, and they're not getting the benefits. They're not getting the reprieve. They're still in pain if it is arthritis and that kind of thing. But when they take our products, calcium, magnesium, omega-3, you find that their recovery is so fast and the pain disappears and they're able to start functioning properly because our products have a high bioavailability at cellular level because of the method of manufacture and because they actually are made from the food that we actually consume. So that's a Neolife difference. We give you products that are non-GM, they are natural, they are organic. The raw materials that we use to manufacture our products are actually the food materials are planted in organic lands. We go to the farm and we check the soil to make sure that the product that you get from there doesn't have any chemical or no chemical fertilizers were used in the production of that food. And that is why you find that the final produce that you get, the final product you get from Neolife is actually a natural and organic product whereby you cannot even overdose on it because it's made from natural, wholesome food ingredients. Now, moving on there, let's look at some of the products that Neolife has to offer. One of the key products that Neolife has to offer is called Pro Vitality Plus. Now, Pro Vitality Plus helps to turn your pyramid the right way up. If you take Pro Vitality Plus, then what happens is that you are able to get the foods that you need in your body to turn your pyramid the right way up. And one of the products you need that is in Pro Vitality Plus is your threonine, carotenoid complex, omega-3 salmon, and the multi. When you combine these four, then you get what we call Pro Vitality Plus. And by taking this, you're able to turn the pyramid the right way up. Now, maybe you can spend a little bit here and just get to know what is threonine. Threonine enables absorption at cellular level. It's made from whole grains. Remember we talked about whole grains? And when you take threonine, it works on your cells so that your cells can be able to function properly to enable nutrients to come in and waste to go out. Now, your pancreas is made up of cells. So when you take threonine, immediately your pancreas starts functioning better and your ability to produce insulin is improved. I've actually given threonine. I remember there's a lady that I gave threonine, just threonine by itself. And she has had very erratic sugar levels over many, many years. She was a principal in a school. And she used threonine. And for the first time in more than 10 years, her sugar level stabilized. In fact, her doctor asked her, what are you doing? What have you done? Because your sugar levels have never been this stable. And she showed the doctor threonine. And incidentally, the doctor was very excited and also ordered a bottle of threonine. So threonine is amazing. Threonine is amazing. When you take threonine, it helps absorption at cellular level. In fact, you get 40% more absorption of nutrients in your body when you use 3NN than before you take 3NN. So it's an amazing, amazing product. 3NN is supposed to be taken by everybody. Whether you are unwell or not well, whether you are healthy or not, you need 3NN in your body. If you're healthy, you need 3NN so that you can stay healthy. If you are unwell, you need 3NN and high amounts of 3NN to correct the challenge or the problem or the disease that you have. The other product is carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex is made from 9 different types. Actually, it has 18 different types of fresh fruits and vegetables. When you take it for 20 days, it boosts your immunity by 37% above normal. And that means that it's able to hold degenerative diseases and postpone them. It slows down the onset of degenerative diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis by 44%. So you can actually outlive it. You can actually outlive the disease. The other product that is important there is omega-3 salmon. Omega-3 salmon lowers inflammation in your body by 68% in 60 days. Now, inflammation is new uvimbe ya ndani. In other words, inflammation is a disease in your body. And when you take this and you're able to lower inflammation, then you're able to sort out many of the diseases that lie in your body. The multi mineral products, this is an amazing, amazing mineral supplement that helps to cover the mineral gap that we have in our diet. So when you combine the 4, then you have the Pro Vitality Plus. You can also get these products by themselves. You can buy the 3NN by itself. You can buy the carotenoid by itself. You can also buy the multi by itself. Now, another product that is important for regulating sugar levels in your body is fiber tablets. Now, what does fiber do in your body? Remember, we are talking about the importance of taking whole grains. Now, fiber tablets is made from both plant fiber and fruit fiber. It actually helps reduce the speed at which refined carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream as sugar. This regulates the function of the pancreas. It contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness and helps to regulate intestinal function. Now, one of the things about fiber tablets is that it saves 80% of sugar from blood. The moment you take it, it saves 80% of sugar from blood. And it's one of the key products that you need to take if you have diabetes, because it helps to take out the sugar from blood and prevents other problems like damage to the eyes and many other problems that are caused by too much sugar in your bloodstream. The other product we have is CoQ10. CoQ10. Now, what does CoQ10 do? It helps to improve heart health and blood sugar regulation. It assists in the prevention and treatment of cancer, and it reduces the frequencies of migraines. Now, CoQ10 helps all your internal body organs to function properly. We are talking about the brain, the heart, the lungs, the kidney, the liver, the pancreas, your reproductive organs. CoQ10 is just an amazing product. If you know somebody who is struggling to get children and they are being told that they don't have they don't have sperms, their sperm count is very low, or they don't have the eggs, then you need to give them CoQ10. CoQ10 will enable them to get the sperm count, the right sperm count, and fertilization will happen, and they'll end up conceiving a baby. CoQ10 is just amazing. For somebody with the diabetes, definitely you need CoQ10 so that your pancreas can start functioning properly again. It's just an amazing, amazing product right there. The other product that is important is zinc, chelated zinc. Now, chelated zinc has so many benefits. It's an amazing product. It's a nutrient. It's actually a mineral that all men need in high levels, but everybody needs zinc in the diet. Some of the benefits of zinc, it's actually, it has a clinically proven natural formula. It is best in nature, backed by science. It helps in prostate gland function for men. It deals with ulcers. It helps to heal ulcers. It's very good for internal healing. Anything to do with internal healing. Whether you talk about hemorrhoids, ulcers, you name it, zinc will sort you out. Deals with acne, relieves colds and flus, viruses, prevents viruses. For diabetes, zinc is very, very important. It's one of the minerals that your pancreas needs to actually produce insulin. So zinc is amazing. Zinc is important. For men, zinc helps you to maintain your muscular structure as you grow older. It's just an amazing, amazing product. For the ladies, if you want your skin to look good, if you want to have a flawless skin, take some zinc. It deals with the skin from inside. When it comes out, it just looks fantastic. So it's an amazing, amazing product. And more importantly, for diabetes, it does a wonderful, wonderful thing. The other product that is important for diabetes, this is a relatively new product that we got a few years back, is Botanical Balance. Botanical Balance. 4 tablets of Botanical Balance can prevent you from getting into diabetes. Now, Botanical Balance has the following. Some of the key ingredients of Botanical Balance are curcumin, which actually manages glucose uptake, cinnamon, which optimizes insulin uptake, and turmeric, which maximizes insulin receptor function. When you take Botanical Balance, if you know somebody who has stubborn diabetes that imekataa kusikia daktari, if you know somebody who has very stubborn diabetes, get them on Botanical Balance. They will be sorted in a hurry. It's just an amazing, amazing product. And where you have insulin resistance, Botanical Balance will also be able to sort you out. If you're trying to lose some weight, you need to get yourself on Botanical Balance, and you'll find that it will speed up the process of weight loss. Now, talking about weight, there are 2 products here that I need to just mention very quickly. Especially, we looked at type 2 diabetes occurs mainly because of too much body weight. One of the key products that is very important for managing your weight is Neolife Shake. But Neolife Shake is not just only for managing your weight, but Neolife Shake is one of the key products for people with diabetes, because Neolife Shake has fiber, it has thermogenic factors in it, it has very good protein. Most diabetics are restricted as far as the foods that they take in. Now, when you take Neolife Shake, you've actually taken protein that has been sourced from plant sources. And Neolife Shake is as closest as you can get to an IV feeding in the case of our products, because it's like you're taking pre-digested proteins. So I always recommend Neolife Shake to people with diabetes. Whether they're overweight or not, I give it to them. For you to lose weight with Neolife Shake, you just need to replace a meal or 2 with the Neolife Shake. But you can also take Neolife Shake just to maintain your weight and also to feed the cells. And in that case, you don't have to replace a meal with it. And Neolife Shake embraces the glycemic response control technology. And what does this mean? It means that it balances the sugar levels in your body and forces the body to burn the stored fat to produce energy. And it has all the 22 amino acids. Most protein shakes have 8, 10, 14 amino acids. And that's what people buy over the counter. And their sources are usually synthetic. But for us, our Neolife Shake is natural, it's organic, and it has it's a complete protein with 22 amino acids. Now, there's some 3 amino acids that your body needs to be able to burn fat in the body to produce energy and to lose weight. And those 3 amino acids are part of the Neolife Shake. And that's why it actually helps you in burning fat in the body. Now, It also has a lot of antioxidants. It's actually a balanced diet by itself. It's actually a balanced diet by itself. You get 3 flavors. You get strawberry, you get chocolate, you get vanilla, Neolife shake. Just an amazing product. You get a shake, you make a shake. You can make it with milk. You can make it with water. You can do it with juice. I mean, you can just have fun with it. You can put it in yogurt, in tea, porridge. I mean, you can just go wild with this. You can make it into a smoothie and you just have fun with your Neolife shake. It's just an amazing product. Then you have Neolife tea. Neolife tea is just an amazing tea blend. It's made from green tea. And it has what we call the Neolife exclusive energy blend ingredients. And we have green, black, and white teas involved in the production of the Neolife tea. And it also has rejuvenating antioxidants and naturally occurring caffeine. It promotes instant energy, fat burning, and efficient metabolism. What I find about Neolife tea is that when you take it, if you want to lose your lower belly, especially your body, sometimes people ask you, Fred, I want to lose my belly. What should I take? I don't want to lose anything else. I want to burn belly fat. What should I take? And my answer usually is take some TNN, take some fiber, and take some Neolife tea. When you take those 3, guaranteed, you're going to lose some belly fat in a very, very big hurry. Because Neolife tea helps to burn your belly fat. It helps to clear any backlog of stool that is lying in your intestines. It flushes them out, and you find that it stimulates your body to burn stored fat to energy, and you're able to lose that belly fat. So this program is just amazing. If somebody was to ask you which 2 products should I take for losing weight, you have the answer: Neolife shake and Neolife tea. You can add their Pro Vitality Plus or TNN, and you're good to go. So those are the products that are there for diabetes in Neolife. There are several others which are there which we have not mentioned, like magnesium. Magnesium is just amazing for diabetes. And I've seen cases whereby, I remember I was sharing with one of our leaders called Eli Odiambo, and Eli has a customer who is a medical doctor. And this doctor was having a challenge with diabetes. And he used magnesium complex from Neolife, and he was able to balance it. And since then has been able to assist so many patients with magnesium, and they're able to control otherwise uncontrollable diabetes. So we have other products that actually help as far as diabetes is concerned, but it's just amazing. Let me tell you one thing that I enjoy dealing with Neolife products is that they never let you down. They never let you down. You always walk with pride. Hell, I've done this for more than 20 years. You don't have to keep changing the places where you pass because you sold something that doesn't work. When you sell a Neolife product, you are assured that it will do the job that it is supposed to do. And you always get referrals or from other people, from the clients that you have sold the products to, and they felt better. They tell their friends, they tell their neighbors. It makes life so easy. And that's why I'm excited to be part of Neolife. I'm excited to deal with these products. I've seen many other companies they come up with a range of supplements, but their products don't work. They just don't work. In fact, most of the people in those other companies end up using our product, and they are selling the other product out there, which is actually deception in the real sense of the word. So aren't we glad that we have the best products of their kind? We have the Mercedes-Benz as far as nutrition is concerned worldwide in Neolife International. Now, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Very, very important. That's by Jim Rohn. Don't frustrate that body. You want it to go for 100 years. You need to take care of it. We have many other interventions in your life, bone and joint health, stress management, memory issues. If you have a candidate this year, you need to get our products, you need to get our mind enhancement, omega-3. We just have a fantastic memory program, weight management, heart health, energy and fitness, digestive health and immunity, sugar level imbalance, we've talked about that, men and women issues, fertility issues, libido issues, hormonal imbalance, PMS, menopausal challenges, children's health. We have products for that. We also have a farming product. We have home care range of products, which are all organic and natural. And we have a product called Supergrow that when you spray on your crops, you get double and triple the harvest. If you're out there and you're a farmer, talk to the person who invited you and ask him, what is that I heard about a product that can actually be able to increase production in my farm? And they will introduce you to Supergrow, and you will enjoy yourself. I guarantee you, you will truly enjoy yourself when you're using our Supergrow. So we are coming to the end of our session for today, as far as diabetes prevention and management is concerned. And as we come to the end of this session, I just want to reiterate that prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. Don't just leave thinking that you are okay because you're not feeling pain anywhere. You don't have any kind of health challenge that you're feeling, and yet you are eating the wrong way. Yeah. There's somebody who said garbage in, garbage out. Yeah. If you're eating the wrong food and you've looked at what is the right food and what is the wrong food, and then you give it time, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you're eating the wrong food, definitely there's a problem brewing somewhere in your body. And instead of waiting for it to explode on you, why don't you start supplementing? Start with TRNN, start with omega-3, start with calcium, start with carotenoid complex or Pro-Vitality. Start with the basic products. Start strengthening your body so that you don't get some of these lifestyle diseases as you grow older. So don't wait until you're sick to start taking supplements. Start now. My kids started supplementation when they were 1 day old with omega-3. I've been using these products for more than 20 years. Yeah. And I can tell you, it saves you a lot of money in terms of hospital visits and the like. My own parents, my mom had high blood pressure, my dad had ulcers, and they were sorted out by these products. Yeah. So these products work. It's not, we are not guessing, we are not playing a guessing game. We are sure that the products do what they promise to do. I have sorted out so many people with the issue of diabetes, and they end up living a normal life. They end up eating. I remember one of my customers who had very serious diabetes, and I put her on the products, and she was Sudanese, and she ended up at a point whereby she could now take even wine, which was not possible before. She started eating a normal diet, thanks to the products of Neolife. Yesterday I was in Thika, and there was a gentleman there who had gone for a checkup for his eyes. He was having a problem with his eyes. And he was giving us his testimony that he went and he was checked and his sugar was 19. And he was told, you have to start taking this medication. And he was given medicine. But he was in Neolife, and he came and he took the program for diabetes. And he was telling us today his sugar levels are perfect. He never even started taking the drugs that he was given in hospital. He goes for checkups and his sugar levels are stable. His eyes now can see properly. Yeah. These are some of the testimonies that you get when you use these products, that when you're a part of Neolife, you're part of the team that offers solutions for any kind of health challenge out there. But Neolife also offers solution for issues with the pocket. If you're out there and you're hard pressed with this economy and the taxes and everything is tough on you, and you need an extra coin, Neolife helps you to make money part-time in your free time. 1 hour, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day. You can do something that can be able to give you some money. Your mobile phone can make you a lot of money. I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with the phone on social media and make some money with Neolife. So if you're out there and you're looking for a side hustle, I tell you, Neolife is the answer. It has made a big difference in my life. I retired into Neolife when I was the age of 30. I've been able to travel the world with Neolife. Neolife, I've seen all manner of entrepreneurs succeed in Neolife, from young kids young children of 19 years, 20 years, 23 years, to mature people over 80 years, doing new life and making serious money. So if you're out there and you're looking for something to supplement your income, go no further. The answer is New Life International. And tomorrow in the evening at 8 o'clock, my colleague, our mentor, Pascal Olo from South Africa, will be sharing on how you can be able to make money in your life and how you can become financially free from your life. And you cannot afford to miss that particular session. So this recording will be available a little bit later today. Make sure you get it, listen to it again, and share it with a friend. Let us change people's lives positively. Let us help people live a longer, healthier life. And we can do that by sharing the information that we have gotten from this particular session. When they listen to this video, definitely they'll be interested to try out the products. And you can actually be able to save some lives by just sharing this video with somebody else. So thank you all. Thank you, Lydia, for preparing this session. Lydia Waruhu. By the way, Lydia Waruhu is the one who prepares these presentations that I normally do. She's just an amazing, amazing leader. She does a wonderful, wonderful job. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you, Kathy, for allowing me to make your co-host. I normally do that quite frequently. Thank you for that. So thank you all. God bless you and have a good evening. Bye-bye.